Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the first things to do after the setup on your POCO C85. So first, what you guys want to do is, as you guys can see here, we have the phone. Now, we're gonna start off with connecting to the Wi-Fi. So head over to the settings. And here we want to go over to Wi-Fi. As you guys can see, it's enabled by default. And after that, we need to search for our network in the available networks. So here, I do not have my own network, so I have to refresh it a bit. And after you basically locate the network that you want to connect to, so just like that, you just enter the password. So I'll see you guys once I enter it. So as you guys can see, I am connected to the network, and now after connecting to the Wi-Fi, what we can do is we can check for software updates. It's also very important to keep your phone updated to the latest version. So go to the About phone here, now click on HyperOS, and as you guys can see, it will check automatically if we have the newest update. So we have to wait a bit. And after we wait, we will see that there's either an update available, just like me, or that your system is running at the latest version. So I have an update to do. I won't do that right now. But as you guys can see, this update is very big. And also the security patch, this is very important to keep your phone updated, to have the latest security patches so your phone doesn't get hacked or breached. And now, after you install this update by clicking the button at the bottom, what you guys want to do is add a Google account. So we're gonna do that a bit different. We're gonna start off with the Play Store because the next step is to update the apps via the Play Store. So I don't want to waste your guys' time. Let's head over to the Play Store and here sign in. After we sign in the Play Store, we will have the Google account linked into our device. So it's a little life hack to save you a couple of minutes. So here it will check the info, then we will just need to proceed with the email and the password. So all we have to do now is just wait. So here we have the sign in page. Now all we have to do is enter our email. And after we do that, we will have to enter our password. So I'll see you guys once I enter mine. After entering the password, the phone will ask us who will be using this device. So you can set up this device for yourself, or let's say your child or somebody else from your family. So I will choose I will be using this device. These steps may vary a bit, although they are pretty much the same. So let's just click next. And here we have to click on I agree. And here we will have to agree one more time. So as you guys can see, we all also have to agree here, but make sure to enable the backup device data. It's very important, and you don't want to lose your data from this device. As you guys can see, we are already in the Play Store. Now I clicked on install all 15 apps. It was 15 for me, but it can be less or more for you. Here you will have to verify your purchases instantly, so you can use your password or biometrics, but we'll get to biometrics later. So first we're gonna set up it using the password. So I'll see you guys in a second. So now what can we do? We can go over and click on our profile picture. Then go over to my apps and the games. And here we need to check for updates. As you guys can see, we have 55 updates total. So here we can just update it all by clicking update all, and it will update in the background. And now, as you guys can see, 44 updates in progress and 11 installs in progress. So what can we do next is we can finally set up our screen locks. So let's go over to the settings. And here in the settings, we want to scroll a bit down until we see fingerprints, face data, and screen lock. Now we're gonna start off with the screen lock. Here we can use the pattern, pin, or password. I always use the pin one, but it's totally up to you. Now let's click on got it. And here create a pin from 4 to 16 digits. I'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't try and copy my password because it's very easy to guess. Now we're gonna move on to the fingerprint unlock right here. And let's confirm our pin first. Here we can add our fingerprint. So let me just raise the phone a little. Now we have to let go of our finger after we feel the vibration. So let's quickly do that. Make sure that you cover the entire finger. And now any second it's done. Let's click on done right here. And now we can try and test that out. So it definitely works. Here we have the face unlock. So now it will check for security issues. We need to confirm our PIN. And after that, we have to click start. And we will get the notification that face unlock is less secure than a PIN, password, or a pattern. And this device might be unlocked with the photo. So let's go over, click next. And let's put our face inside the frame. So I'll quickly do that off camera. As you guys can see, the face has been added successfully. Let's click done. And now let's try and unlock the phone using the face. So there's a check mark from the Face ID. As you guys can see, it definitely works. Now here, what we have next is the unlock with Bluetooth device, but we can use it only with, as you guys can see, selected wearable devices made by Xiaomi. So not everybody has them, but here we can add devices and we can unlock our phone with a Bluetooth device. So for example, you connect your headphones and then your phone unlocks. So it's also very cool. It's not safe, but it's just good to have it right here. Now, after that, what can we do? We can set up the Google Pay on the device. So let's go over to the Play Store. Here, let me click not now and go to search. Let's search for the Google Wallet. Now we need to make sure that the Google Wallet is downloaded onto our device. As you guys can see, it's installed, so let's just click on open. And it will automatically choose an account to use with the Google Wallet, so we do not have to worry about anything. We just have to give it a second and it should be ready in no time. Here in the app, let's click view wallet. As you guys can see, the account has been chosen automatically and is the account that we used to sign into the Play Store. So let's allow Google Wallet to send us notifications. Here, let's click add to wallet. And we will add a payment card, transit card, load card, or a gift card, totally up to you. Or you can create a digital pass from either a photo of a barcode or the QR code. So here you guys can do that, but you need to make sure that you have those things physically with you. For example, if you want to add your card, if you do not remember all of your numbers, I don't, then you just won't be able to add it. So you need to have it physically with you in your hand so you can put those 16 digits, the 3 digits in the back and the expiration date. Now, after that, what you guys can do is simply pay with your phone. So it's very fast, quick, easy to set up, and it's worth it in the long term. So now what you guys can do is go over to the settings for the last time, go over to the battery, and here what you guys want to do, go over to the charging options, and here in the wired charging mode, you might want to set up the speed up so your device will charge faster, but it can heat, so it can generate a lot of heat. Not a lot, you can actually feel it, but it's not that bad. So I recommend using the speed up. You save a lot of time and the heat is not that strong, although it is definitely noticeable from the standard charging. Now let's go over to battery protection. Here we can use smart charging or battery protection. So basically battery protection is whenever our phone reaches 80% of the battery, then it will charge only when it's scheduled. And smart charging, the phone will learn from how we use the device and it will stop charging exactly when the battery reaches 80%. So we also can put it at charge fully, but it just messes up with our battery. So with our battery health, also the cycles, we're gonna get them a bit faster. So we either want to use battery protection or smart charging, totally up to you guys. And now here in the additional features, we can also clear the cache whenever the device is locked. So it's good if our device is lagging. So basically when our device is lagging, we want to make sure that it stops freezing. And when we can't do anything on our device, we can do it automatically right here. So we can enable it now. And whenever our device freezes, then we can just wait, let's say 1 minute after the device is locked. It will clear the entire cache and our phone should be back to running smoothly. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.